Hari Om. ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अस्मद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। Okay. Last time we completed up to Tvayi Mayi Chanyat Traiko Vishnuhu, or the next one also, Shatro Mitre. Shatro Mitre we completed. Okay. So, okay. भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि रक्षति डोग्रिन्करणे। त्वयि मयि चान्यत्रैको विष्णुः व्यर्थं कुप्यसि मय्यसहिष्णुः। भवसमचित्तः सर्वत्र त्वं वाञ्छस्य चिराद्यदि विष्णुत्वं। शत्रौ मित्रे पुत्रे बन्धौ मा कुरु यत्नं विग्रहसन्धौ। सर्वस्मिन्नपि पश्यात्मानं सर्वत्रोत्सृज भेदाज्ञानम्। कामं क्रोधं लोभं मोहं त्यक्त्वात्मानं भावय कोऽहम्। आत्मज्ञानविहीनमूढ ते पच्यन्ते निगूढाः. Okay. So Acharya and his Shishyas. So in the Shatrau Mitre Putre Bandhau Ma Kuru Yatnam Vigraha Sandhau. Okay. This Sandhi Vigraha, joining and disjoining, is what is making Shatru, Mitraha, Putraha, Bandhu, all these are related to relationship. Either you join it or you break it. Okay. Is don't waste your time, so much of effort to create and break it. Okay. Much easier than that is to look everything as one. Correct? So, sarvasman api pashya atmanam. Sarvasmin api pashyatmanam. See, here the word is used as sarvasmin. Sarvasmin is saptami ekavachanam. So, in everyone. Here it is not said that see everyone as Atma. Never it is said that see everyone as Atma. Okay, that will be a wrong understanding. There is one Atma in everyone. So what happens? If you see everyone as one Atma, then you have also considered Vibhinna or Bhinna Prakriti as one. Then that will be a big problem. Tarathamyam will not be there. Dharma, Adharma will not be there. Correct? But that every dress is different, but the fiber in every different is the same thread. Every dress is made up of thread only. So look at the thread in every dress rather than looking at everything as one dress. Are you able to get that? So this sarvasminapi pashyatmanam is look at one Atma which is in everything. Okay. Deho jivalaya prokto jivo devas sanatanaha tyajed ajnana nirmalyam soham bhavena pujayet. Deho jivalaya proktaha. This body is considered as a temple. And who is the God in it? Atma is the God. Okay. Tyajed ajnana nirmalyam. Remove all the other ajnanam. Throw it off as nirmalyam. And saha aham bhavena pujayet. He and me are one. So how much you will love yourself, how much you will value yourself, the same we have to value God, because God is none other than us. Okay. Right. The question here is, are we bodies with Atma, or are we Atma who have temporarily got a body? When you see Aham Atma Asi having a temporary body, then the view is different. If you see we are all different but having one Atma, then it is very difficult, because first comes Dvaita, and in that you are trying to search Advaita. What is the difference in both? First you are accepting that everything is Dvaita. Okay, in many you are trying to find out what is the common thing in all. Are you able to get that? But if you look at it the other way around, what is the way which is said? We are all common one, but has got different bodies to transact. We are all water, but because of the size I call one as lake, other as the sea, third as the pond, fourth as the well, fifth as the wave, sixth as the bubble, but essentially we are water. Okay. Upadhi bhedat bhedaha. Natu, from Upadhi try to search one unique Atma in everyone. It is very difficult. Hopefully this path which I am saying is clear, or is it confusing? Is it clear or not?
Sir, it is confusing, sir. Not clear.
It is confusing. Yes, I can see that blankness. There are two ways to look at the same thing. When I say look at all the ornaments, they are made up of gold. What are you doing? You are looking at ornament and trying to search gold in it. Is it clear? That is tough.
Yes.
What is said is, look, everything is gold, but because of different shape, they are called as different ornaments. So the fabric is first, single is what you are seeing, or look at yourself as a single one, and then you look at, I have a left hand, I have a right hand, I have a head, I have a eyes. On the other hand, if I tell that, look, there is a left hand, there is a right hand, there is a head, there is a leg, there is a stomach, in all that there is one me. Are you able to get that? There are two ways of looking. From Dvaita looking at Advaita, establishing that first Advaita is there, and for practical transactional purpose, we are converting Dvaitas. That means Mithya Dvaita, it becomes automatically. It is for a particular situation, either a function or for a name or for a purpose. I am calling it differently, but they are essentially one. But when you consider everything essentially as different and try to see oneness in them, then it is difficult. समझ में आ रहा है? For example, we see difference, you are looking at one like-mindedness. The view is from Dvaita go to Advaita. No. We both are like-minded, but for some reason probably we are not born, or we are not one now. We are just having different bodies, so we are behaving in different setup differently, that's all. But essentially we are like-minded. That first is the joining which comes, then the separation is just of a lower order. That is for transaction. Are you able to get the way to look at it? Because both of this has a very big difference. From Dvaita going to Advaita is very tough. But the moment you see everything as Advaita, then it's very easy. Okay, I am there. If the light is coming from here, one shadow. Another light comes from here, another shadow. No problem. Suppose you start seeing all the shadows first, then you see, oh, there is one common eye standing in between. It is very difficult to go from the shadow to come to the eye. Are you getting it? So our view should be very clear, and this view correction is the whole thing in Advaita. That is why many people feel that it is so difficult. Am I seeing the pot or am I seeing the mud? From mud drishti, I can have hundreds of pot, I have no problem. But in all the pot, if I try to look at where is the mud, where is the mud, where is the mud, I will have tremendous tension, because in some I may see, in some I may not see, I will get fooled. Is it clear now? What is the drishti we have to take? Fair. Chalo. So he says, Sarvasmin api pashya atmanam. That means atmanam is there, but in everyone you try to see it. It is there. The light is there. You just remove all the other things which are blocking. Automatically you will see that that single light is there in everyone. Okay. In this very nice way, how our acharyas have told. नाना छिद्र घटोदर स्थित महादीप प्रभाभास्वरम. Very beautiful example. Nana Chidra Ghata Sthita Mahadeepa Prabhabhaswaram. There is a lamp. That lamp gives a glow. This lamp, this Deepaha is inside a ghata, a pot. The pot has got many holes. So the light comes out through many holes. When I see the light from outside, I see many lights coming out. But when I imagine it, I know very clearly that source of light being is one is only seen as different. When you see the sun from the rays, it is very difficult to go from the rays to get to one sun. But the moment when I'm saying I'm seeing sun rays, it is already presupposed there is one sun, and just because of my ability or inability to see, I see it as different rays. Nana Chidra Ghatodara Sthita Maha Deepa Prabha Bhaswaram. Like that, we have to understand that Atma is Bha, is just manifested through so many bodies. Are we able to get this? Okay, so the Shastras very clearly explain it with examples. Many times we understand it wrongly. There's a very subtle part in this way of looking at it. And when you start looking from this way, every aspect of Advaita becomes so easy. But from Dvaita, when you go to Advaita, it is maha difficult because logic has to stop at one point. Okay. The same concept comes. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti is required for Jnanam. Is it clear? We need to do Karma Yoga, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, which is Jnana Yogyata. Okay. So now Sampatti means it is a wealth and I have to acquire it. I have little of everything, but I want to increase it more and more. So I do various sadhanas. Viveka, Vairagya, Shama, Dama, Uparama. For all this, there are so many sadhanas where you can do and improve your appetite for that particular aspect. So when you come to a particular level, okay, we know all have, a person has put effort. Now Shamadhi Shatka Sampatti is 20% with that person. Let us, hypothetically, I am trying to give you some example. After more sadhanas, now it has become 50%, then 80%, then slowly it will go to 90%.
But there is no point in villas having our my head is spinning.
Okay. So, whenever we are going to go to now 95%, 98%, 99%, then what will happen? Can you reach anytime 100%? Is it possible 100%? Or is it just a theoretical in sadhana chatushtaya? It is like telling that I have 100% gold. It is impossible. The moment you become 99, you go and buy gold, it will be written in that 99.999, maybe 100 decimals they will put, but still it is 999. You try to reach that 0.001, it is not possible. The moment it is exposed to the air, already that impurity has come in. The moment you have the shariram, you have that particular aspect that it can never become 100. Right? Then what do? You don't wait for 100. When you come to a level where I know 70-80%, now it is, I am well equipped enough for at least getting into Jnanam, you go into Jnanam. What happens in Jnanam? The Jnanam teaching says that I am not the body. I am the Atma. The moment you see it as I am the Atma, your 80% good or 20% bad is not at all viewed by you now. Are you able to get that? You can never solve this problem by going very rationally, improving and reducing the impurity and increasing the purity. You can never do it. Then what can you do? You can only go ahead and dissolve this problem. Don't try to solve this problem. You can dissolve the problem by going to a much different level, which is the Paramarthika Aham Chetana, Aham Chit Swarupaha. Then where is the question of rest? Then let it be 20, 30, 40, 90. I don't bother about it. Okay. So going from Dvaita to Advaita is very, very, very difficult, or rather impossible. The moment you have jumped to Advaita, Dvaita is very easily acceptable to you, because you really do not value it that much. Say, chalega kya farak gira? I may be 80 or 70. I will continue be in that jnanam. Automatically sadhana chaturtiya will have to keep increasing. It can't reduce, right? Because when I am looking at through purity angle, then things are different. Otherwise, when I am looking through impurity angle, I want to keep on cleaning to reduce the impurity. It has a limitation. The moment I change that I am pure, then this impurity doesn't make any difference then. That is where the jnanam can convert everything. Are we able to get this? It's a very subtle point, and if we understand this, Advaita is very easy. But if we don't understand, we go logically that let me try improving, we will never reach there. Because theoretically itself you can't go there. There is a question of practically. Theoretically it is impossible. That is why Dvaita, Vishishta Dvaita can go only up to Bhagavan and reach Bhagavan's feet and do seva. At all point of time, Bhagavan is separate, I am separate. Only Advaita has the courage to say Upadhi Bhedat, Ishvara, Jivatma Bheda, Paramatma Bhedaha, but both of them are essentially one Atma. They have Parama Upadhi, I have Jiva Upadhi. That's the only difference. But in view of Atma, these two doesn't have any value. In Paramarthika Drishti, these two, Parama and Jiva, has no value. RM and RC has no value in presence of OC. Are we getting it? And that is why he has very nicely put that Sarvasmin Api Pashyatmanam. In everything also try to see that Atmanam first. Sarva Utsrijya Bheda Ajnanam means what? If you see the Atma, Sarvam Utsrijya, you will drop this Bheda, which is Ajnanam. From Bheda to Abheda going is very tough. From Abheda, when you see Bheda, is very easy to handle. That is what he is saying. It can be very easily dropped like a hot potato. Because I am nothing to achieve. Because I am already that. What is there to achieve? Right? Is it clear? Chalo. Next one. Kamam, Krodham, Lobham, Moham, Tyaktvatmanam, Bhavayakoham. There is another one, Pathabheda in that. Tyaktvatmanam, Pashyati Soham. Both are good. But from a Nididhyasana perspective, Pashyati Soham is much better than Bhavayakoham. Which is better to accept? Who am I? Asking the question, who am I? Or very emphatically telling, I am this. I am this gives a conviction. Who am I gives a doubt. So who am I has to get converted to I am this. And when you see that, Tyaktva Atmanam Pashyati Saha Aham Atmanam. Okay. Now how do you break this? Don't say Atmanam Tyaktva. You will be in a big danger. Maharathis of Samskrita. Because in second line Tyaktva Atmanam is given. So Tyaktva Atmanam. I give up this Atmanam view. Gone. No. Tyaktva is to be connected to the first line. Kamam, Krodham, Lobham, Moham, Tyaktva, comma. Okay. Then Pashyati Soham Atmanam. Are you able to get this? Okay. Atmajnana vihina moodhaha pachyante naraka nigudhaha. Okay. So, kamam, krodham, lobham, moham. All this he has put together, and then he said, etc., etc., etc. Tyaktva, having given up. Then what do I do? Saha aham pashyati atmanam. I am that Atma is what he sees or I need to see. Why? Kamam, krodham, lobham, moham is what? It is Prakriti. Instead of that, hold on to the Atma. Is this clear? Now, what is Kamam, Krodham, Lobham, Moham? They are the four brothers of the six enemies. 4 out of 6. Who are left? Mada, Matsarya. Correct. Correct. Okay. So, that we have seen. Sangat sanjayate kamaha, kamat krodho bijayate, krodhat bhavati sammoha, sammohat smriti vibhramaha, smriti bhramshat buddhinashaha, buddhinashat pranashyati. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3. Okay. So very clearly, when you take that main one cause, which is that one cause for everything, the others are all effects. Only one cause is there. Which is that cause? Kamam. Kamam is the cause of everything. Kama esha krodha esha rajo guna samudbhavaha mahashano mahapapma vidyehamiha vairinam. Very, very intelligently, Vyasacharya has brought in a particular grammatical change in this particular shloka to show Kama and Krodha are not too different. It is manifestation, Krodha is manifestation of Kama. If you take a coin other than the coin in Sholay, you will have head and tail. So if one is Kama, the other side is Krodha. Whichever falls doesn't matter. Okay. Sangat sanjayate kamaha, kamat krodhaha. So from kamaha, the next step is krodhaha. First is I want, I surely want. By hook or crook I want. How I will not get it? So everything is want coming out more and more strong is krodha. Is it clear? So, even though the question asked, what is that big demon sitting inside me which is pushing and motivating me doing all the things which I am doing which I don't want to do? Anichannapi varshneya baladiva niyojitaha. This is the question asked by Arjuna. What is that thing sitting in me, making me do all the papam? Anichannapi varshneya. Even if I know it and if I don't want, still something, there is a motive and force which pushes me to do, and without my will also I still end up doing it. I become a slave to it. And that is what Krishna starts explaining. Kama esha krodha eshaha rajoguna samudbhava. Eshaha kamaha, eshaha krodha. My dear Arjuna, this kama and this krodha. How many are there? How many are there? One is there or two are there? If I say this person and this person, how many are there? One or two? Correct na? Simple English. So he says eshaha kamaha, eshaha krodha. Two have to be there. Afterwards he starts giving mahashanaha. That is one which is a glutton eats. So to tell, it is two sides of the coin. But how many coins are there? One. So grammatically, very nicely they proved it that both are one, although we see both are different. And we say, this is desire, this is anger. वो सिर्फ मुखौटा अलग चेंज किया है. It's the same. Are we able to get? So when kamaha and krodaha two means that it is only one. Here kamam, krodham, lobham, moham means one kamam which is manifesting as krodham, lobham, moham, madam, matsaryam. Correct? How many heads did Ravana have? 10. Correct? How many Ravanas are there if I tell you there were 10 heads? There are 10 heads. How many Ravanas are there? One Ravana only. So Shadripu, only one Kama is there. So if you are able to understand and sensitize yourself where that Kama is, when it manifests, your problem is solved. Once we know that the abhi shuru ho gaya, and if you are able to nip it there, your problem is solved. We have to be extremely sensitive. Why? Kamaha makes anything in Ishvara Srishti to come to my Srishti. You understand this? When I go to a mall, it is in the mall Srishti. That dresses, everywhere nicely hanging everywhere, very beautiful. The moment my eyes see, and for a fraction of a second my mind has gone, wow, such a beautiful dress. Over, I have removed it from Ishvara Srishti and brought it to my Srishti. Then what will happen? कुछ नहीं होगा. ऐसे चक्कर मारने के बाद, let us do one thing na. We'll go near that shop once again. I say, no, you like something? No, I just want to see. I think I miss seeing something. ऐसा कुछ देखा लगता है, let me just. And that poor person who is coming, you know who is that person? That poor person will genuinely believe, ठीक है, मालूम नहीं पड़ रहा है कि माया जाल में फंस रहा है. Because the end of it, he will pay for it. Because it will come from that shopkeeper Srishti to my Srishti. फिर उसके बाद उसमें एक ड्रॉप भी कुछ गिरेगा ना, it is as though my skin has gone off, peeled off. है कि नहीं? Exactly. Now what was the start of that? It looks beautiful. One thought, till where it has brought. Now my identity equal to the dress identity. प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए ने, जान जाए पर ड्रेस न जाए. It becomes changes to that. Correct? And that ability Kamam has got. Okay, and hence he says that tyaktva, the moment you have left that, what happens? I have very easily dropped it. Why? This particular thing is vimuda. The moment I see aham saha, atmajnana vihina, without this knowledge of aham brahma asmi, we are stuck right from when we have woken up, not only till we sleep, till we end the dream. It is only kamaha. Think raga dvesha is just coming out in different ways. Why you should get that type of dream? Because that latent kama and krodha is coming out. If I cannot bring it out in the waking up state, let it at least manifest in the dream state and let me experience it and let me either enjoy it or give it up, whatever way. So Bhagavan's way of experiencing what you cannot experience in a waking state is a dream. Is it clear? So it will manifest at least. I want to get married to Madhuri Dixit. Over. I know I can't do anything. At least I can dream about it. There no one can stop. समझ में आ रहा है? That is how it will work. Right? So nature finds out its own way. If not actual experience, you still experience with imagination. And hence, this karma can take it to that level. This is kamam krodam lobham moham tyaktva, having given up, saha aham atmanam pashyati. I am that atma, like that you see. Okay. Without this atma jnanam vihina, mudha, one of the foolish person. If you are a person without this knowledge, you are a biggest fool. Okay. Te pachyante naraka nigudha. Okay. You know pach dhatu. What is pach? पच धातु पेट में खाने के बाद क्या होता है?
Digest.
Digest is the English word. Basically pach means to cook. That means convert raw material to finished product. It's a process where converting raw material to finished product is pach. Okay. Te pachyante naraka niguda. So you cook yourself in naraka and continue the samsara. Why? You are vimudaha, special mudaha. You got a human being life and you wasted it in kamam, krodam, lobham, moham, and you tyaktva what did you give up? Atmajnanam. So you are a mudaha. What happens? You have already cooked your path for naraka. Enjoy it now. What is naraka? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. समझ में आ रहा है? इह संसारे बहुदुस्तारे नरक निगूढ़ इव. You don't have to go to a special hell. We are all living in this hell, right? Staying in hell or heaven? This life is a hell or a heaven? If it was a heaven, you would not come to this class. All the people who are not in this class are already in heaven. Whichever way you can imagine. In their own heavens they are. But people who are waiting to get some sukham somewhere are trying to search, at least in this class we will get. So idhar aage, which means life is hell. So don't have to experience later on. Now itself we are being fried. Right? So many situations. Take that Arjuna, either he is in the fire or the frying pan. Which is better? Only when you are in that situation you will be able to tell, Are Bapre, dono bekar hai. Till that, from outside we can as consultants say Arjuna should do like this, do like this. When it comes to us, Naraka Nigudha. Is it clear? Te Pachyante Naraka Nigudha. They are specially creating everything for this Naraka. Let us enjoy. Picnic जाते तो क्या है? Let me prepare for the picnic ना. वैसा Naraka Nigudha picnic के लिए Pachyante. They are cooking up everything for that. And there also they are going to have the same episode number 2, episode number 3, Janma after Janma we will get. Correct? बीच में ads will also come there. सब आएगा. It's the same thing. ठीक है? चलो. Next. Then what do you do? Keyam Gita Nama Sahasram Dhyeyam Shripati Rupam Ajasram Nyeyam Sajjana Sange Chittam Deyam Dina Janaya Cha Vittam. Okay. So, if you see, all these stanzas do not have real clear connectivity or a thread behind it. You are talking of Atmajnanam, Kamam, Krodham. After that, the next stanza is talking about do something to move towards Sattvic. Few sadhanas or karmas you have to do to become Sattvic. Okay. Just 1 second. Sorry. I think one more job I want to give you all. I am the admin for another one class and it starts at 8:30 India time. And I got so much into this, I forgot, and there are 50 people waiting for that class. So I started getting phone calls. Now that is going on in the YouTube. So getting off. So one more job someone of you all have to do. 8:25. Okay. From next time 8:25, someone raise the hand, something you all do by which at least I'll start the class, stop and make someone the host and come out of it and continue our class. Very sorry about that. I told them also sorry. Chalo, theek hai. Missed it. Okay, so we don't see a very clear sutra coming. See, one after the other shloka, if it is coming from a same person's thought process, there is a sutra behind. Now, after the 13th one, you see many different people have started giving their own small shlokas. So, connectivity is not there, but all of them are meaningful. That is why it is going ahead. Now, this one has got no connection to the earlier one. Okay. What it says is Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram. There are few things a person has to do every day. Why? Only then our bhakti, our shraddha will increase and we will be able to, with those karmas, go and at least in the same direction which the Shastras are telling, so that we will try to at least understand the goal and achieve it. What are they? Gita Geyam. Sing the Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Geyam Gita. Sahasra Namam. Geyam. So, Bhagavad Gita, at least if you see Bhagavad Gita Mahatmyam, it says at least a person should read every day once. Then they say every shloka, if you cannot read, at least read half, or at least 1/4, or at least one adhyaya, or at least one shloka, and they have stopped it there. At least one shloka we have to read. When we say read, it is not tam tata kripaya vishtam ashrupurna kulekshanam vishidantabidam vakyam uvacha madhusudana over. No. When it is said read it, understand the meaning, get the learning out of it, the philosophy behind it, how it is connected. So, a proper qualitative study of at least one shloka, because that is going to help us to learn. And after you complete 700 shloka, then what? Again go to the first shloka. So, some time for Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Then, Nama Sahasram. Sahasra Namam. When you say Nama Sahasram, Sahasra Namam, without any suffix or prefix, if the word Sahasra Namam comes, it means Vishnu Sahasranamam. If you either say Lalita Sahasranamam, Shiva Sahasranamam, that Sahasranamam, this, then it is that. But if without anything, if you simply say Sahasranamam, it means Vishnu Sahasranamam. So, Bhagavad Gita, Geyam, sing. Vishnu Sahasranam, Japam. Okay. Then, what is the next one? Dhyeyam Shripati Rupam Ajasram. Okay. Ajasram is countless. Thousands and thousands. Okay. Kasya Ajasram? Rupam Ajasram. Forms. Look at or think about, says Dhyeyam, means do dhyana. Of what? Shripati Rupam Ajasram. Bhagavan Vishnu or that Parameshwara in each and every thing what you see. Which means first Bhagavad Gita learning. Second, Nama Japa. Third, Dhyana. Okay. Jnana followed by Japa followed by Dhyana. Okay. Because any sadhana you do without having that basic jnanam of jnana, that sadhana actually doesn't fructify, because you are not very sure what you want to achieve from that sadhana. Right? So, first is From Bhagavad Gita, understand what is that we have to learn clearly. Then Sahasranama Japa, so that get your mind focused. With Japa, it is with a prompt you are trying to hold on the mind to it. Because the moment you say Vishwam, Vishnuhu, Vashatkaraha, Bhuta, Bhavya, Bhavat Prabhuhu, each of this word gives a meaning to you. It is not words. Okay. Only when you know the meaning, first of all, our problem is when take Vishnu Sahasranama, who knows how to break the words, that itself will be a problem. Once it is broken, what that word means. Okay. So with Japa, when your mind is in that, very clearly, Vishnuhu, Sarvam Veveshti iti Vishnuhu, all pervading. Vishwam, that which is manifested everywhere, Vishwam. Okay, like that, each word meaning is there. Shabda, Shabdartha, Pada, Padartha, Vakya, Vakyartha. This very, very clearly, once we have that, the Japa has the meaning. Then Dhyanam. Okay, the other two has got is Kayika Karma, Vachika Karma, but Dhyanam is Manasam Karma now. Okay, what to do Dhyanam? Not simply close your eyes and simply try to Koham, 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 Koham. When you ask, after 15 times you will sleep. Correct? And after some time, some sound also will come of snoring. Then you can't fool people, you are doing Dhyanam. Which means there has to be a thought which we are giving. And that is why here, very, very similar, or this is exactly the concept of Dharana. Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi together is called Samyama. Technically is called Samyama. And that is what you slowly get into Shri Hari Rupam Ajasram Dhyanam Saguna Ishvara Dhyanam in everything. If you want to know that, 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is there. Vibhuti Yoga. That's what it says. I am there in this, I am there in that, I am that, I am this. That is what is Dhyayam Shripati Rupam Ajasram. Is it clear? Then, Neyam Sajjana Sange Chittam. Chittam Neyam. Take your mind towards. Ni dhatu, to take. Sajjana Sange. Sajjana Sange is, you know what is Sajjana Sange? Satsanga. Another very highly qualitative satsanga is Guru Shishya Upasadanam is Sajjana Sangha. Guru Shishya Upasadanam. Going to a guru and learning is also Sajjana Sangha. Otherwise, when Mahatmas are there, there are people who are very learned, who are teaching. Sit in Satsanga. Okay. Then knowledge comes. Okay. Deyam Deena Janayacha Vittam. Deyam Da Yachati, to give. Deyam. Deyam what? Vittam Deyam. Give wealth. Whose wealth? Very important. Earlier this question was not there. Today you will get loan from the bank and you will give it. After that, you will also be standing to receive from someone. So you have to give your wealth, not taken from someone and giving. समझ में आ रहा है? See, this trust are there na. They will take from people, then they will spend it somewhere. Trust. No. We are not referring to that. Your own wealth, you have to give. To whom? Deena Janaya. Deena means one who is not having enough, who is a needy person. So, Danam, Satvikam Danam is what? Deshe Kale cha Patre cha Taddanam Satvikam Smritam. Deshe Kale Patre. So you have to see the right time, to the right place, to the needy person who will value it, who will not misuse it. To that person you have to give. That means not just giving, but you have to be mindful and thoughtfully, properly give what? Vittam, your money. Now there are so many problems in all this. First comes, what is the first one? Geyam Gita. Now many do not know Gita. Kya money? Then you have to go and learn. Then Nama Sahasram, Vishnu Sahasram भी नहीं आता है. क्या कर सकते हो? कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Person has to go and learn. ध्यान, हमने सब ध्यान किया है, बट कभी ये सब चीज पे ध्यान नहीं किया है. Okay. Then वित्तम, क्या करे, पापी पेट का सवाल है. मेरे पास ही पैसा नहीं है, सिर्फ 4 बंगलो 5 गाड़ी, 2 वक्त की रोटी के लिए कमा रहा हूं. Problem is, what is the definition of 2 वक्त and what is the definition of roti? This is not known. I have got 4 bungalows, 5 गाड़ीज, and still I say 2 वक्त की रोटी कमा रहा हूं. So deyam Deena Janaya, to give, it really needs an ability to part with what you have as your own without the other person knowing it. We'll go and give Danam on the tube light. This tube light is donated by so and so. Not only so and so, his full family name will come. Not even a drop of light will come from the tube light. Why? Only names are written there. That is not दानम. ठीक है, दूसरे का पैसा लेके देने का, that is not दानम. ठीक है, somehow let me give somewhere so that my guilt goes, that is not दानम. Danam, you have to make an effort. You know, our Dharma Shastra says 10% of your earning has to be given as Danam. Minimum 10% of your earning has to be given as Danam. Now, don't say that we give income tax to the government, that is also Danam. No. After completing your duties of giving taxes and taking care of family and everything, after that 10% of income, not what is balance, has to be given as Danam. Don't look at ATG, LIC, ये सब चलो बेनिफिट भी मिला इसके लिए ले लो, इनकम टैक्स में बेनिफिट. नो, दैट इज, इट डजंट वर्क दैट वे. And that giving 10% is my duty. There is no question of asking what, when, no. It is a duty. Okay. That is why dana used to be always a part of any dharma karya. Dana need not be, never consider danam is only just giving. भिखारी को देना है, दान नहीं है. आचार्य को भी दान देते, आचार्य शिष्य को शिक्षा का दान देते. Dhanam is what you possess, giving it. Okay, knowledge is wealth, give knowledge. If you don't have money, give knowledge. What you have, you give. But giving needs to be there. Why? Only by giving, that will help me to grow. Vairagyam will come. Only by giving, Vairagyam, maturity will come. So it needs to be given. The Vedas talk great about Dhanam. दानेन द्विषन्तो मित्रा भवन्ति दाने सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं तस्मात् दानं परमं वदन्ति. Okay, a lot of benefit comes by dhanam. And unplannedly, if you give someone something and you see the expression in that person's, that satisfaction, that has earned you much more than what you have actually given. Unplannedly someone comes, you just give something which you had and they are in need of it, and for you it doesn't matter even if you give it. See that. Such a lot of satisfaction you will get. So dhanam is a must. So deyam deena janaya vittam. Okay, so ajasram rupam Shri Hari yasya dhyeyam deena janaya vittam danam dehi. Correct? Sahasranamam japtva Bhagavad Gita patitva Shri Hari Rupam Ajasram Dhyatva Deena Janaya Vittam Danam Dadha Tvam Dadha. This is not KBC's 1 out of the 4. KBC में आता है ना, choose one answer out of the 4, multiple choice. ऐसा either भगवद गीता बोलूँ या सहस्रनामम बोलूँ या दान दूँ या ध्यान करूँ. चारों करना है. कब करना है? रोज करना है. समझ में आ रहा है? By that you are doing Panchamahayajna. Nothing else you are doing. Manushya Yajna, Bhuta Yajna gets over in Dhanam. Right? It is a way of Panchamahayajna. Karma Yoga. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti will improve by that. Nothing else will happen other than that. What is my benefit? This is the biggest benefit. अरे मेरा तो पैसा जा रहा है, बहुत अच्छा है. You don't have to worry. जिसको मिल गया they have to worry ना. दे दो. Is it clear? Okay. So गेयम गीता नाम सहस्रम ध्येयम श्रीपति रूपम अजस्रम नेयम सज्जन संगे चित्तम देयम दीन जनाय च वित्तम. हाँ, नेयम सज्जन संगे चित्तम I didn't mention. So you have to have satsanga and learn. Very clearly learn. Okay. Now we will see the next one in the next class. Sukhata kriyate rama bhogaha. Okay. That we will see it in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरिः ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम। So please remember from next time to remind me. Okay, I don't have even my mobile to remind me. If I am into the topic, I have forgotten the time. So थोड़ा ऐसा break me and remind me कि भाई start the other class. Unfortunately in Zoom, only one person can start it. So I have no other option. Doesn't matter.